You have just cleared NEET 2025. Congratulations, you are going to be a doctor in a few years. But as you stand on the edge of your first step into MBBS, there are a lot of things no one tells you about. From the first lectures, to the first dissection hall, to the first practicals, to what books you should read, about the bone sets. Well, let me walk you through what you should expect before you step into med school. Hey everyone, I'm Avinav and welcome to this channel. I'm a med student sharing everything I've learned and unlearned along the way. And if you are just about to begin your MBBS journey after you have cracked NEET 2025, then this video is made just for you. From what actually happens in the first few weeks of med school to what other things you should look out for, well, these are some of the things that I have figured out throughout my first year, and I'll be trying to break it down for you so that I can save some of your time as you figure it out. Well, if you're excited, nervous, scared, or anything in between, buckle up and let's start this video. Let's clear up a common misconception that a lot of the new students have. MBBS is not NEET Part 2. The way you study, the way you are assessed, and the type of things you need to study for, the kind of effort you need to put in are quite different from NEET. In NEET, it was all about solving MCQs quickly, remembering facts, and cracking ranks. In MBBS, the focus shifts to understanding concepts and applying them in your clinical and practical context. That doesn't mean marks don't mean anything. They absolutely do. Your university marks, your internals, your practicals, and all of those OSCEs and everything are part of this journey. But here, marks are more of a reflection of how well you have understood a concept and how well you are going to apply it, okay? Not just how you have memorized it. Like the kind of answers you will be supposed to be writing here, the structured answers, the drawing of the diagrams, explaining processes, and eventually seeing how all of this connects to a real patient. These are all the things that you will need to study in MBBS. So yes, marks still do matter, but they are more of how well you have learned something and how you have understood the concept. And here's the good part. Once you start learning with real intention and real meaning, it actually becomes much more interesting, more satisfying, and way more rewarding than you might expect. Before the actual subjects start, you will have a foundation or induction program. Think of it as a soft landing into MBBS. During this first couple of weeks, you will have sessions on things like campus tours, introduction to various departments, introduction to the medical profession as a whole. You will be learning about ethics and professionalism, demonstration on basic life support BLS. You will also be meeting your seniors for the first time, the professors who will be teaching you throughout this journey, and this is the time you start forming your first friendships. During this time, it is more about just relaxing and absorbing the atmosphere. These few weeks are designed to ease you in before the real academic grind starts. And trust me, when the subjects start, it will be like you're getting into a maze which you have never even thought about. When the foundation classes end, this is when the real deal begins. You'll be having your first proper lectures of anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. Anatomy classes can feel like a whole different language at first. You will hear words like clavicle, epiphyseal plate, foramen ovale, and these words will be thrown around casually. And then comes the dissection hall. Well, the dissection hall is, to be honest, a core memory for many. It is both fascinating and a little overwhelming at the beginning. So if you are not very comfortable with it in the first few days, don't worry, you are gonna get adjusted to it very soon. Physiology will start teaching you how systems work, while biochemistry will try to explain what's happening at a molecular level, often with a lot of pathways and enzymes. Your days now will be more about how to study this and that, your lectures, your demonstration classes, and your practicals. Well, it might feel like a lot in the beginning, but hey, what matters is staying consistent with it, because consistency is the key in MBBS. In first year, you will have three core subjects. These include anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. Anatomy is probably the one that's most talked about, so let's begin with that. Anatomy is basically how the human body is structured. The bones, muscles, nerves, organs, blood supplies, the whole thing. It includes theory classes, dissection hall classes, osteology classes, then you have embryology museum visits, and histology spotting classes in the histology labs. You will be cutting open cadavers, drawing diagrams, and memorizing names that sound more like a spell from Harry Potter. But hey, it's fascinating. You will definitely learn a lot about how we are built. For anatomy, I would recommend B.D. Chaurasia. It is a classic book to study for anatomy. Visram Singh for its simplified diagrams which are easy to draw in exams. Langman's Medical Embryology. It is a gold standard for studying embryology. Porter's Handbook of Osteology. It is a book we follow for osteology classes. And Gray's Anatomy, you could refer to that as it's a gold standard for studying anatomy as a whole. And you would also need a bone set, which I recommend you buy from your seniors because it is usually a bit cheaper to buy from your seniors. If anatomy tells you about how the body is made, physiology tells you about how it works. You will learn about how the heart beats, how lungs take in oxygen, and how neurons fire. Everything that keeps us alive. There are a lot of flowcharts, mechanisms, and lab-based experiments like checking your BP, reflexes, ECGs. It is logical and concept-heavy. Many students actually enjoy this subject the most. For physiology, I would recommend Guyton and Hall as it's the gold standard, a bit lengthy but super detailed. And you could also get A.K. Jain or G.K. Paul. Either of them is fine. They're easier to revise from before exams. Biochemistry. This is the one that catches a lot of people off guard. Biochem goes deep into how the body works at the cellular and molecular level. We are talking about metabolisms, enzymes, vitamins, genetics. There are pathways that you will need to understand and not just memorize. And the subject often feels more abstract at first, but once it clicks, you will start seeing how everything and everywhere connects as a whole. From what you eat to how your body uses it, to how you gain weight, to how you get rid of that weight. This is what biochemistry is. For biochemistry, I would recommend Vasudevan. It is very widely used. Satyanarayan. It is an alternative for Vasudevan and many claim it to be easier to understand, although I have not personally used this book. And Harper or Lippincott for reference, as these are the gold standard books. All these three subjects overlap in surprising ways and together form the foundation of everything you will learn in clinical years. So don't panic. You are not expected to master everything at once. Just stay consistent, ask questions, and you will be fine. For books, you don't need to buy every book I have mentioned right away. Start with one reliable book and for each subject, just build from there. You will get handouts, notes, PDFs, and help from seniors. So don't panic about that. MBBS isn't just a change in academics. It is a total shift in mindset. And here are a few things you might need to mentally adjust for as you enter this new phase. Accept that you won't know everything, and that's okay. In NEET prep, you are aiming for near perfection. Yet that mindset can burn you out very fast. The syllabus is vast. You are not supposed to know it all from day one. You are here to learn, not perform magic. Try not to compare yourself to others. You are entering a batch full of toppers. Some will grasp things faster, some slower. Comparison can only add pressure, and everyone's journey is different. Focus on your own pace and your own growth. Confusion is part of the process. You will feel lost at times. Everyone does. The subjects are new, the terms are unfamiliar, and it can get overwhelming very quickly. But slowly, things start to connect. Be patient with yourself. Reach out when you are struggling. Whether it's academics, homesickness, or stress, don't bottle it up. Talk about it to your friends, your seniors, even your professors if needed. You'll be surprised how many are willing to help. You just need to ask for it. This journey is intense, but it's also incredibly rewarding. You are not expected to become a doctor overnight. Just take it one lecture, one chapter, and one practical at a time. So that's about everything that you need to know about before stepping into MBBS. From the foundation program to your first lectures of anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. It's going to be a wild but very meaningful ride. Yes, it could be overwhelming at times. It could get quite serious. But hey, you have already done the hard part of getting there. Now it's more about growing, studying a bit, and being consistent with that studying and becoming the doctor you have always dreamed of being. If this video helped you out even a little, try to give it a thumbs up. And if you have got questions or just want to say hi, drop a comment down below. I read them all. And if you want more videos like this, from subject breakdowns to med school life, make sure to subscribe. We are just getting started. All the best, future doc. You've got this.